Folks, this Friday I'll be giving away a $300 Amazon gift card. And if you would like to enter this week's Amazon gift card giveaway, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. Folks, I'm doing a giveaway because I want to do my best in giving back to my community and helping many of you guys out. I know that many of you folks are in need of financial assistance, so while we're waiting for stimulus payments, I want to give out my very own stimulus check of $300 a week. Folks, I'll be doing this Amazon gift card giveaway until January 1st of next year, and I'll be announcing one winner every week. So remember folks, if you want to enter the $300 Amazon gift card giveaway, then be sure to watch this video until the end and share this video with your friends and family. Now here's the breaking news about the fourth stimulus check that I want you to know.
I believe we will pass my Build Back Better plan, and I believe we will pass the infrastructure bill. Combined, they have $900 billion in climate resistance and dealing with climate and resilience, and it's the largest investment in the history of the world that's ever occurred, and it's going to pass, in my view. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, you've all believed it wouldn't happen from the very beginning, the moment I announced it, and you always seem amazed when it's alive again. Well, you may turn out to be right, maybe it won't work, but I believe we'll see by the end of next week at home that it's passed. With regard to and by the way, the infrastructure bill delivers an awful lot of things in terms of everything from tax credits for electric vehicles to making sure we are able to invest literally billions of dollars in everything from highways, roads, bridges, public transit, airports, etc. But we'll see. And with regard to the disappointment relates to the fact that Russia and including not only Russia but China basically didn't show up in terms of any commitments to deal with climate change. And there's a reason why people should be disappointed in that. I found it disappointing myself. But what we did do, we passed a number of things here to end the subsidization of coal. We made commitments here from across the board, all of us, in terms of what we're going to bring to the G26. And I think, you know, as that old trite saying goes, the proof of the pudding will be in the eating. I think you're going to see we've made significant progress, and more has to be done.
Bernie Sanders is now working on including new progressive items, such as the expanded benefits into the new infrastructure bill. Folks, this infrastructure bill could include a fourth stimulus check, and these new changes could greatly help millions of Americans across the country. Here's what Bernie Sanders said. He told everybody that he's working to include progressive policies, like allowing the government to negotiate prescription prices into Biden's $1.75 trillion spending plan. Bernie Sanders believes that he can get all 50 Democratic senators on board with approving the stimulus bill. He actually went on CNN and told CNN that we are paying the highest prices in the world, and the industry has spent hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars to make certain that Americans pay 10 times more for prescriptions. Everybody, Biden also dropped a number of progressive provisions from his massive social spending plan that's amid opposition from Democratic senators Manchin and Sinema. Bernie Sanders also reiterated demands made by progressives that the $1.25 trillion infrastructure deal that already passed the Senate should include things like funding for pre-K, childcare, and climate change. Now, Sinema and Manchin, everybody, could be the ones holding out on the fourth stimulus check. Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin are key if Democrats want to get the 50 votes that are needed to pass legislation through reconciliation, which would allow them to bypass the 60-vote threshold required by the filibuster. And progressives in the House, led by Representative Pramila Jayapal, said they will vote on the infrastructure deal until the Senate approves the spending bill, or Sinema and Manchin give their word that they will advance it to the House. Sanders also says, I think this has got the framework agreed upon in the Senate. It will be a framework, and to have that piece of paper, it's going to be a bill. Do you believe Bernie Sanders, folks, in his beliefs and his push for more stimulus payments? Do you support Bernie Sanders, folks? Tell me in the comments below. And remember, this Friday, I'll be announcing one winner of the free $300 Amazon gift card. So be sure to keep watching this video to enter the giveaway, and share this video with your friends and family. So now lawmakers have written letters to the Biden administration requesting things like stimulus payments that will automatically hit your bank account for millions of Americans. Struggling Americans have also created petitions on the change.org website calling for recurring stimulus payments as well. Bonin, a restaurant owner in Colorado, created a change in our petition asking for $2,000 recurring stimulus checks. And focus has also been on Biden's infrastructure and reconciliation bill in Congress. Specific states are also giving their residents state stimulus checks. So while there's been stimulus money for struggling homeowners and renters, select food and grocery industry workers are also eligible to receive $600 this fall. The American Rescue Plan also is still continuing to provide relief to millions of Americans across the country. The last 2 monthly payments of the child tax credit were either $250 or $300. What are your thoughts on Bernie Sanders, everybody, and his work on the fourth stimulus check? Tell me in the comments below.
But it's going to require us to continue to focus on what China's not doing, what Russia's not doing, and what Saudi Arabia is not doing.
Sir, you also met with energy consumers about supply. What steps are you considering taking if OPEC Plus does not raise supply? And do you see any irony in pushing them to increase oil production at the same time that you're going to COP26 to urge people to lower emissions?
Well, on the surface, it seems like an irony, but the truth of the matter is, you've all known, everyone knows, that the idea we're going to be able to move to renewable energy overnight and not have, from this moment on, not use oil or not use gas or not use hydrogen is just not rational. Certain things we can wipe out and we don't have to do. We should be moving immediately to get rid of, as they've adopted here, my proposal to end methane, to deal with a whole range of things. But it does on the surface seem inconsistent. But it's not at all inconsistent in that no one has anticipated that this year we'd be in a position, or even next year, that we're not going to use any more oil or gas, that we're not going to be engaged in any fossil fuels. We're going to stop subsidizing those fossil fuels. We're going to make significant changes. And it just makes the argument that we should move more rapidly to renewable energy, to wind and solar and other means of energy. But the idea that we're going to end and somehow, but it does on the surface, I admit to you, we're going to COP to deal with renewable energy, and I'm saying, why are you guys cutting off oil and raising the price just to make it look harder for us? But it's a legitimate question. I think, though, that if anybody thinks about it, no one ever thought that tomorrow, for example, it's going to take us...
Now to the other side of the aisle, let's bring in Michigan Democratic Congresswoman and member of the House Energy and Commerce Committee, Debbie Dingell. Congresswoman, welcome.
Yeah.
Speaker Pelosi asked your colleagues not to embarrass President Biden. Some deadlines have come and gone. Do House Democrats cobble together the votes to pass infrastructure and the social spending package this week?
So, first of all, Mike, adjectives that we use give people an impression, cobble together. I think the Democrats actually have been very united in the values, and there's been a healthy discussion about how we get there. And I would argue that Democrats and Republicans